Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, this video is going to be a follow-up on previous videos I made about the situation going on between Dave Palumbo and Bob Chicarello. For those who are not totally familiar with what's going on, let me get you up to speed. Uh, Dave Palumbo, a fan of the Joe Rogan podcast, expresses interest. He'd like to be a guest there. Thinks he'd be a good, interesting guest. Now, supposedly, the Joe Rogan people contact Dave Palumbo, and they're gonna make arrangements for him to be on there. Now, following that, they contact him again, and they send him copies of emails that were supposed to be sent by Bob Chicarello, suggesting that Dave Palumbo wouldn't be a good guest, amongst other things. I'm not going to get into all the details. Dave Palumbo is not too happy with what was brought to his attention in these emails that were supposedly sent by Bob Chicarello. Goes on a rant on his RX Muscle YouTube channel. Bob Chicarello tries to contact him to talk things over, straighten things out. He agrees to go on the RX Muscle with an interview. The interview turned out to be more of a debate rather than an interview. They both showed each other respect. They weren't in agreement on too many things, but there was respect shown between the two of them. Bob insists that the emails were not sent by him. Dave Palumbo is taking him for his word. Although he doesn't personally care for Bob Chicarello, he thinks that Bob Chicarello's arrogance, if that's the proper word to use, that he would live up to, if he did do this and say these things about Dave Palumbo, he would live up to it. So as of now, he's accepting Bob's word that he didn't do this. Upon closer examination of what was sent to Dave Palumbo, it does appear that it wasn't Bob Chicarello who sent these things to him, and it also appears that the Joe Rogan podcast people didn't actually contact Dave Palumbo. I hate to say this because I like Dave Palumbo. I like RX Muscle. I watch the channel regularly. Great programming. It appears that Dave was duped. Somebody pulled one over. It seems as though somebody wanted to stir up more tension between them. People in the industry know that Dave and Bob don't actually get along that well. They're definitely not what you would call buddies. And somebody was trying to stir up more tension between them. It seemed like they ended on a fairly positive note when Bob Chicarello appeared on RX Muscle. Following that, Bob goes on the Muscular Development YouTube channel, has an interview with Ron Harris of Muscular Development, and peers into Dave Palumbo, is going as far as suggesting that all this was completely fabricated by Dave Palumbo in order to bring more views and subscribers to his YouTube channel. Well, I mean, I think that's a little overboard. I don't think Dave Palumbo needs to fabricate something like this to bring subscribers and views to the channel. The channel is doing very well on its own. Making those accusations back at Dave Palumbo, if he felt that way, what he should have done was, when he was on RX Muscle, he should have stated that then and there, that he feels that maybe you brought this on yourself. Maybe you fabricated this. Maybe you're doing this for more hits and subscribers. And giving Dave a chance to respond to it. But he chose not to, and he waited to do this on a different channel, on a different interview, without giving Dave Palumbo a chance to defend himself. That I don't think was very fair of him. Dave Palumbo went and gave him the opportunity to come on RX Muscle and defend himself and state his side of it and how he feels about it. And if Bob felt this way about the situation, what he should have done was he should have stated it on that show during that interview and afforded Dave Palumbo the same benefit of a doubt that Dave afforded him, which he chose not to. My personal opinion on what actually transpired, I do think that unfortunately, Dave was duped. When he made the video, the rant, he probably wasn't thinking that clearly. He let his emotion get the best of him, and he fired back without looking closely at everything. If you examine what was sent to him, it's obviously not something that came from the Joe Rogan people. The initial contact before these supposed emails were sent, and then the emails, somebody, for whatever reason, wanted to stir up more attention. What's going to become of this, I'm not sure. I'm going to stay tuned to see if they're actually trying to search the IP address to pinpoint where the contact to Dave Palumbo, whoever contacted Dave Palumbo, they're trying to find out where that came from and track down the source. But like I said, it appears that the Joe Rogan people didn't contact him in the first place. The same person who posed as the Joe Rogan people forwarded these supposed emails that were sent by Bob Chicarello, which obviously weren't. And hopefully they'll be able to find out where the source of this came from, who's behind it, and their motive. If you have an opinion on what's going on over here, please leave it in the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and by all means subscribe. This is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.